Hello students, welcome to class 10th session of English. Today I am just going to take the topic that we have already covered in the previous class, that is The Diary of a Young Girl, written by Anne Frank. I hope by now all of you have gone through the chapter and you might have got the idea that what the chapter is about. So today we are taking the highlights of the chapter and the important points related to same, and in the next session we are going to take the question answers of the same chapter. The introduction of From the Diary of Anne Frank. If we talk about this lesson is an excerpt from Diary of a Young Girl or the Diary of Anne Frank. It means it is an extract from her autobiography that was first published in 1947. In this autobiography, if we talk about, Annie expresses her thoughts in a diary which was gifted to her on her 13th birthday. She names the diary Kitty, which she considered as her only true friend. She mentions about her childhood, her family and a lot other things that she told no one else. So now tell me, how many of you are in habit of writing a diary? Okay, that's good if you people are in habit of that, because your diary is going to be the one of the true friend to you. The reason being, whatever the secret you would like to share with your diary, you can, because sometime when you are sharing your secret with your living friend, so what happens, you have somewhere in your mind that those secrets that you are sharing with your friend can be disclosed or can be revealed to others, but this kind of problem is not there when you have made a diary as your friend. So here diary can play an important role, and through this story we have already seen that how Anne Frank was in habit of writing a diary, and that diary she got in gift from on her 13th birthday, that diary was given to her, and how it changed her life, means her life experiences he started writing in that, because she was, although she was very well surrounded by different kind of people, family members and relatives, but then also somewhere she was feeling alone, and that diary Kitty, the name given to diary by Annie only, filled that gap of loneliness. Now the explanation will do, although I know that all of you have already gone through the chapter thoroughly. Writing in a diary is really a strange experience for someone like me. Here author being 13-year-old means she got it at the age of 13 years, and later she started writing it. Then she is mentioning that it was a strange experience for her, not only because I have never written anything before, but also because it seems to me that later on neither I nor anyone else will be interested in musing of a 13-year-old schoolgirl. Obviously she was having this kind of thought in her mind that whatever she is going to write, or right now or later, nobody is going to get interested in musing of a 13-year-old schoolgirl. Musing here means, write down, thoughts of a 13-year-old girl, nobody is going to take seriously. Oh well, it doesn't matter. But suddenly her thoughts changed. I feel I like writing, and I have an even greater need to get all kinds of things off my chest. So just to reveal all, put away all the things from her mind, what she decided to write a diary. And let me tell you, the diary writing can be the best technique in your life just to feel more lighter in your life. Means it can help you out to overcome any problem. And I will suggest that all of you should start writing a diary, and somewhere later on you will definitely you are going to feel that this was a very good practice that you started or adopted, and the benefit of diary writing definitely you are going to experience. So I will suggest all of you to start with the diary writing. At the end of the day you can write down all your experience, what occurred throughout the day, and you can mention whether good or bad, each and everything you can mention in that, or it's up to you what kind of experiences you would like to write in that. Then paper has more patience than people. This line is very significant, please mark it. If we talk about the paper has more patience than people, obviously if you have some problem with person and you are telling the same thing to that person, what will happen? That person is going to take the revenge from you, going to give you the revert then and there only. But whatever you are writing on that sheet on paper, definitely you are not going to get any such kind of revert. I thought of this saying on one of those days when I was feeling a little depressed and was sitting at home with my chin in my hands, bored and listless, wondering whether to stay in or go out. I finally stayed where I was brooding, means where I was in deep thought. Yes, paper does have more patience, and since I am not planning to let anyone else read this stiff bagged notebook, grandly referred to as a diary, unless I should ever find a real friend. So here she was telling that all the secret that she had ever in her life she was going to mention in this diary, and definitely this kind of thing probably not going to make a difference. But now I am back to the point that prompted me to keep a diary in the first place. I don't have a friend. Please mark it. What was the biggest reason in her life that she decided to write a diary or decided to keep a diary in the first place? The reason being because she was not having any best friend, because mostly what happen, if we are having best friend, definitely we are going to share all our secret or ideas or viewpoint or everything with our friends, but she was lacking one, and that's why she decided to have a diary in the form of friend, in the form of diary here. Let me put it more clearly, since no one will believe that 13-year-old girl is completely alone in the world. Yes, because we know that whenever we are talking about a child, they are surrounded by parents and so many people are there around in the family even, but I am not. I have loving parents and a 16-year-old sister, and there are about 30 people I can call friends. I have a family, loving aunts and a good home. No one on the surface. I seem to have everything except my one true friend. All I think about when I am with friend is having a good time. I can't bring myself to talk about anything but ordinary everyday things. So basically, although she was having many people to call as friend, but she was not able to discuss each and everything with them. We don't seem to be able to get any closer, and that's a problem. And she was not comfortable with each and everyone. She was not comfortable with them to disclose her secrets. Maybe it's my fault that we don't confide in each other. In any case, that's just how things are, and unfortunately they are not liable to change. This is why I have started the diary. And again, the reason she has mentioned here, that her problem was that she was not able to get closer to the people, and because of this problem she decided to have or to start writing the diary. To enhance the image of this long awaited friend in my imagination, I don't want to jot down the facts in this diary the way most people would do, but I want the diary to be my friend. So we know that when we are writing the diary, basically we are mentioning about all the things, all our experience in that, but she took that diary in a different manner. and what she decided that she don't want to write down the simply the facts in that, but she want the diary as her friend, and she started to call this friend Kitty. What the name was given to it? Kitty. Since no one would understand a word of my stories to Kitty if I were to plunge right in, I would better provide a brief sketch of my life, much as I disliked doing so. Although she never thought of sharing all these things with other, but then she decided to give the brief sketch, and in her autobiography only she has written about her diary also. So plunge here means when she started to write a diary to start with. My father, the most adorable father I have ever seen, didn't marry my mother until he was 36 and she was 25. My sister Margaret was born in Frankfurt in Germany in 1926, and I was born on 12th June 1929. I lived in Frankfurt until I was 4. So here she has mentioned about her father, who was very lovable person. Then she has mentioned here that her father emigrated to Holland in 1933. Mother, if we talk about Edith Hollander Frank, she went with him to Holland in September, while both the author and her sister were sent to Aachen to stay with our grandmother, that is in Germany only. Margaret went to Holland in December and I followed in February, when I was plunked down on the table as a birthday present for Margaret. This was the time when she was looking for a birthday present for her sister. I started right away at the Montessori Nursery School, and this was her first school of any. I stayed there until I was 6, at which time I started in the first form. First form here related to refer to class first or first standard. In the 6th form, my teacher was Mrs. Kupras, the headmistress. At the end of the year, we were both in tears as we said a heartbreaking farewell. In the summer of 1941, grandma fell ill and had to have an operation. So my birthday passed with very little celebration. So here she is mentioning about her first school and what kind of relation she was there with the headmistress. Then grandma died in January 1942. No one knows how often I think of her and still love her. This birthday celebration in 1942 was intended to make up for the other, and grandma's candle was lit along with the rest. The 4 of us are still doing well. And that brings me to the present date of 20th June 1942, and this 1942, I hope all of you are very well aware, this was the time period of Second World War. And if we talk about Second World War, it started in 1939 and it ended in 1945. So this was the time period, and she is talking about the date of June 20th 1942 and the solemn dedication of my diary, and this was the formal dedication of the author towards it. Diary means she started writing the diary formally. How she wrote that: Dearest Kitty, our entire class is quaking in its boots. The reason of course is the forthcoming meeting in which the teacher decided who will move up to next form and who will be kept back. Half the class is making bets. Jean and I laugh ourselves silly at the 2 boys behind us, Cian and Jacques, who have staked their entire holiday saving on their bet. From morning to night, it's you are going to pass, no I am not, yes you are, no I am not. Even G's pleading glances and my angry outburst can't calm them down. If you ask me, there are so many dummies that about a quarter of the class should be kept back. So this was her own opinion that she mentioned here, but teachers are the most unpredictable creatures on the earth. Please underline it. And here she has given written about the teachers that according to her, many were there those who are not going to pass this class, but still they will be promoted. So that's why this line we can see here, she mentioned about the teachers here that they are the most unpredictable creatures on the earth. I get along pretty well with all my teachers, means she was having good relation with all the teachers. There are 9 of them, 7 men and 2 women. Mr. Keesing, the old foggy who teaches maths. The old foggy here means, underline, write down that it means the one who is very conservative sort of, who teaches maths, was annoyed with me for ages because I talked so much. So here we can see one of the character sketch of Annie Frank, that she was very talkative. After several warnings, he assigned me extra homework and essay on the subject, a chatterbox. What is chatterbox? What can you write about that? I would worry about that later, I decided. I jotted down the title in my notebook, tucked it in my bag and tried to keep quiet. So she readily accepted the homework given to her, and without any worry she decided to work on that later on. That evening, after I had finished the rest of my homework, the note about the essay caught my eye. I began thinking about the subject while chewing the tip of my fountain pen. Please mark it, this is a very simple indication when you are thinking something. Anyone could ramble on and leave big spaces between the words, but the trick was to come up with convincing argument to prove the necessity of talking. Although she was very well aware that she can give any kind of excuse, or anyhow she can manage this work given to her, but then she decided to give the argument in the favor that why it is necessary to talk. So she thought and thought, and suddenly she got an idea. What was that? And that she started writing. She wrote 3 pages Mr. Keesing had assigned her and was satisfied. I argued that talking is a student's trait and that I would do my best to keep it under control, but that I would never be able to cure myself of the habit, since my mother talked as much as I did, if not more, and that there is no much you can do about inherited traits. So in this manner, how she explained that, or completed her work which was given by her teacher, and basically she cleared her viewpoint that why she is that much talkative. Mr. Keesing had a good laugh at my arguments, but when I proceeded to talk my way through the 2 next lessons, he assigned me a second essay. This time it was supposed to be on an incorrigible chatterbox. Incorrigible means which cannot be changed. I handed it in, and Mr. Keesing had nothing to complain about for 2 whole lessons. However, during 3rd lesson, he had finally had enough Annie Frank as punishment for talking in class. Write an essay entitled "Quack Quack Quack," said Mistress Chatterbox. So this was another essay she got to write about. The class roared. Roared here means everyone laughed. I had to laugh too, though I had nearly exhausted my ingenuity on the topic of chatterboxes. Means I was that much exhausted. The author mentioned here that she was that much exhausted that she lost her, or she was not able to keep her originality now. It was time to come up with something else, something original. My friend Sen, who is good at poetry, offered to help me write the essay from beginning to end in verse, means in poetic way, and I jumped for joy. Mr. Keesing was trying to play a joke on me with this ridiculous subject, but I would make sure the joke was on him. So this was the time when she decided to take the revenge in her own way. I finished my poem and it was beautiful. It was about a mother duck and a father swan. with 3 baby ducklings who were beaten to death by the father because they quaked too much. Luckily, Mr. Keesing took the joke the right way. He read the poem to the class, adding his own comments and to several other classes as well. Since then, I have been allowed to talk and have not been assigned any extra homework. On the contrary, Mr. Keesing's always making jokes these days. So this was the change she brought in her mathematics teacher. So this we can see that the extract has been taken from the Diary of a Young Girl. Now we are going to talk about the synopsis, means whatever we have gone through the chapter, what it was about, so we'll do the discussion over that. Basically, Anneliese Marie, that is Annie Frank, she was a German born Jewish girl who wrote while in hiding with her family and 4 friends in Amsterdam during the German occupation of Netherlands during World War II. We all are very well aware that World War, if we talk about, it started in 1939 with the Hitler's invasion of Poland. I hope you people have gone through this thing in your 9th standard history, and ended with Japanese surrender in 1945 after the incident of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So this was the time period when she was also the eyewitness of that Second World War, and so many different experiences she has already written in her diary. She was migrated to Holland at the age of 4, where she joined the Montessori school. We have already gone through this. Then she started writing a lively diary when she was 13. 2 years later, on 4th August 1944, Annie was taken to a concentration camp. I hope all of you remember what was that concentration camp. That this was already there in your history 9th standard, along with her mother and sister. She died in 1945 of typhus. Typhus is a disease caused by bacteria in Bergen-Belsen. Her father Otto, the only survivor of the group, got her diary published in 1947 as The Diary of a Young Girl. She describes her childhood and some, if we talk about basically whatever the childhood experience she had, and some anecdotes in school, means her school experiences too also she jotted down in this diary. It is a wonderfully observational account by 13-year-old girl, and at this age it was really very appreciable that she was having that much powerful appreciation means powerful observation quality. Thank you. And if we talk about, in this session basically we talked about the Diary of a Young Girl. All of you are supposed to do the reading of this chapter thoroughly, line by line reading you people have to do. You have to underline the difficult words. You need to learn the meanings of the different words that we have discussed, and we can see that if we talk about after the reading of this chapter, the students will develop the following powers, skills and understanding. That they will understand the power of non-fiction and personal observation too, and the renewing properties of self-expression, because through this literature you are going to learn that how to express yourself. Now onwards you people will be able to observe the things in better way, because see, when you are observing the things and if you are noting it down, then definitely it is going to improve your overall personality. And if you are going to inculcate such kind of habit of writing a diary in your in your daily routine, definitely it is going to bring the good and the positive change in your personality. Beside that, if we talk about, students will understand the importance of hearing from people who are marginalized in society. So that is also going to be the good thing, means, and how the words of those who are weakened by prejudice can be powerful weapon against repeating mistake of the past. this kind of experience you might have got through the chapter, that being at the age of 13 years only, she was a good observer, and somewhere that is going to help you out to keep your viewpoint or to keep your ideas in front of others, will help you out basically to express yourself. So after this session, I hope all of you would be able to go through all these traits in your personality. Okay, in the next session we'll do the discussion of the question answers related to this chapter. By the time, what you have to do, you all have to read the chapter thoroughly, as I have already asked you earlier also. You have to go through the question answers given in your NCERT textbook. Just try to get the answer, so that whenever the discussion will be there, you people are able to give the answer. You are able to recheck your answer whether you were able to give it correctly or not. So take care all of you. Thank you.